how you should consider what it is that you do, when it is that there's another, other than you. Never know if there is one that happens to view. Maybe the way that you react, but you are unaware of such view. Unaware that the one you might associate with, others notice that you happen to associate with. Or you should be careful on how you make the other perceive you. You never know how it is that another happens to perceive you. Do they see you as kind, gentle, or do they see you as stern and mean? Which way do you wish to have someone that you wish to impress see, or one later that may be able to help? Do you wish to not get that help? Merely by what it is you say, or what it is that you happen to do upon that day? Should always keep that in mind, for you never know when that might be handy upon some time. Many go on their life without even thinking of such things, losing opportunities because of the fact they do not think of such things. There's plenty of examples in movies and other things. Or, I'll give you an example of actual things. Like Undercover Job. The undercover boss one? You never know who it is you speak to. Or one that may be above them, even. You should think in that way, regardless. Do you treat them nice or do you not? You ever notice what happens on that particular series at the end? Should always be wary on how it is that you make another perceive you. For you never know if it is that they happen to perceive you can make it to where you do not get where it is that you wish, or the way that it sometimes comes back to you. Should always be wary. You never know who it is that is around you. But even at that, if you do not merely understand that, why be mean to a person that has done nothing to you? Does that do anything for you? Or does it not? Does it help you to where you wish to be? Does it help you to have the way that you wish the world for you they perceive? Do they think that you are weak? Do they think that you are strong? You should be wary if ones think that you are weak and not strong. Maybe it is that you happen to do something wrong. Maybe a change of what it is you do. Maybe that kind of attitude can serve you. What is it that you get when you use violence? The only thing you get is more. Or you get to stay behind certain lines. Does it help you in any way? Yeah, it might make you look tough upon that day. But when it comes to where it is that you are in life, are you ahead or behind? No, if it is well deserved, then it is well deserved. But what is your definition? Something that they merely stab a knife into what it is your position? Or do they swing a sword? Do you know the difference between a knife and a sword? Is it something that will immediately affect you? You should be thinking of that. You don't. What it is the consequence you happen to get. Do not complain about what it is that you happen to get. Not always easy to have an attitude such as this, when the only thing certain ones want is more than what it is that you will give them up front. For many things are earned by acting respectable. What kind of reputation is it that you earn? major difference between one that has made a legacy that they can pass on upon one day, and ones that have not. Let me ask you this. Do they do what a brawler does? Or do they do the opposite? For they know that is a folly for what it is they do. Does this kind of attitude, does it help you? You should think of that the next time you look and wish you had that. Maybe with the way you treat another. Maybe if you change the way that you act to your sister or brother. Maybe, at some point, you can get the same thing that you wish for. Upon one point, is it worth a cost such as this? To be what some would call bad, and it is what you do with this. Or one that gets a reputation that is tough. Is it worth the cost? To be considered tough? Sitting behind a set of bars, does that make you tough? Not really. If you acted in another way, you would never have had to see that, or encounter that, for really. Then the cost that is paid after, and all you had to do is think. Use the thing that is in between your shoulders to think, instead of swinging, without even hesitation to think. Any that have been successful, do they do such things? And if they do, are they still successful? And you wonder why it is that they sign your check, and you do not sign theirs. Should be thinking of that. Next time you think no one cares. Should be thinking on how it is that you might be able to use that relationship, not lose what it is you could have had. Because you do not know what kind of connections you currently could or do have, until it is time for you to pursue what it is that you wish to achieve. Must be thinking with that thing between your shoulders if it is you wish to achieve, instead of overreacting. They have insulted me. Do you wish to know what that is? It's a showing of something. Do you wish to know what it is? If there is one that does something or says something to you, and you take offense, and you start to swing, do you know what that says about you? It says that you have very much pride. For the mere fact you choose to swing shows that you have pride. More than what it is you need. Maybe use that constructively, instead of how it is you choose to use it now. In proper use of pride, I just gave you an example right now. Should be thinking of that the next time someone you claim insults you. Do they do anything to physically hurt you? Have they threatened your life? Then why is it that you act as if they have done that in this life? Now, if you're defending yourself, that is different. If they have swung first, that is totally different. Be wary on how it is that you treat your friend, or one that could have been. Not saying pride is a bad thing, but when you have such too much, not claiming obvious things, that is not pride that is seen. But when it is that you could just walk away, for they have not threatened you physically, cannot get past yourself, can you? Should be thinking of that. Because regardless what you say, you can. Ones that choose not to do this, they prove that you can. So the next time you engage someone, think of that before you wish to physically engage with someone. But where is it that that happens to get you? If it is that you still think that's okay. Do you get success for doing what it is you did that day? Or is it you risk getting in trouble? Is it really worth the trouble? No, of course. I will also say this, though. Does not mean at times that it's not necessary. If they use a dagger that has no truth, do you think it is necessary? If they use a sword that has a partial truth, do you think it is then? If they speak what it is they happen to see, does not mean you must agree with what it is they happen to see. Should be thinking of such things when you wish to engage and wonder why you get such things. Should be thinking of how it is that your life will be affected by what it is that you think you should do. Will it affect you good or will it not? For the most part, that's pretty easy to figure out upon this spot. Do not forget, though, there are times when it is not avoidable, though. Pick and choose is better than just doing it without considering your reasons for doing it. If it is that a lesson must be learned, for them to not do what it is they happen to try to do to you, by all means, teach the lesson. But if it is not a case such as this, then what is the point in doing such things as this? What is it that you gain? A little bit of strike to your ego, is that all you gain? But what is it that you lose? Not always easy to determine on if it is that you should. In case you do not know what it is I speak of ones that choose to fight each other. Physically, when you look, that should not be what it is they happen to do. And if they do with words as well, was it really worth it? What reputation may you have lost? What kind of possibilities of what you could have you lost? Should be thinking of that before swinging. A lesson must be learned, then do as what it is you need. And in case you don't understand what it is I mean, one that needs a lesson, for the most part you should already know. One that thinks they're big and bad, thinks they can talk as it is they wish. When there is no proof, though, what it is, whatever they say with this. If it's just a meaningless squabble, is it really worth the trouble you could get in for the meaningless squabble? Something that is petty? Are you really willing to risk your freedom for something that is petty? Should be thinking of those kinds of things the next time you engage and you think of doing such things. Only other time a lesson must be learned is if more than one agree that a lesson must be learned. Or sometimes ones have to put another in their place. Not at times, unfortunately, though. To do that, they must get hit in the face. And I also kind of speak to one that likes to push ones around. That should not be pushed around. Just because they think they can, does not mean they actually can. Speaking to the ones that have self-control, that, if they chose to move, these ones would know. For that evidence, it would show. That, and just because you are the biggest, does not mean much if you do not know how to use your weight as it is you are the biggest. Should be thinking of that. If it is that you're sizing one up, you do not know if it is that they have already completed their sizing up of you, and already know how it is to counter what it is that you think you know how to do. You've seen it many times. You know, it's like those videos you watch. The least expected person to be able to do what it is they did. Considering the size. You never know if you stand before one like that. They choose to move, though. You will learn a very valuable lesson with that. Was it worth being embarrassed by such things as that? If it has happened to you before. What it is I speak of. Someone teaching you a lesson that only they can teach you. Above and beyond what any other could possibly teach you. Should consider that as well when it is you wish to engage. For you do not know the wealth of knowledge or ability the one that you try to gauge happens to possess. Or how is it that you could even comprehend this? Should be thinking of that the next time you wish to try to engage. For you do not know if it is they know more or the same. But if it is that they choose to teach you a lesson, hopefully you learn something from that lesson.